What is up, everyone? DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another tutorial. This is on Engine DJ software again. Talking about the update. They just did another one, 3.1.1. I'm not going to show you how to do it. I did just do a video. It's the same exact process. But I wanted to show you, some people are asking how to replace playlists. Also, if you have a corrupt drive, what you can do. If you accidentally erase some stuff, what you can do. And we'll kind of get into that just a little bit. Didn't see a lot of videos on that. So if you do have files that are red and they're not finding, I did just have this. Basically, you need to replace them, and I'll show you how to add a playlist or drop a playlist here. So I do have Engine DJ. I did have all my files in this laptop, and I had a corrupt drive, and it kind of messed everything up actually with syncing things. So let's just open the software here. Let's see. When I was on here earlier, it actually says that my drive was corrupted, so it's not gonna boot into it. So I have the 3.1.1. We're going to go ahead and open this. Now let's see if it even picks the drive up. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. But this is the newest version. Like I said, I haven't done anything different. Let's go to the devices. Now it is picking it up here. So if I go to here, yeah, see, so here's a track that's missing. This is what I mean when it says it's red. Now this had tons of tracks, like I said, tons of tracks, like thousands of tracks on it, and since it's corrupted, it's not finding any of them, and it's not even showing that the music was there. And this can happen when you're using the device manager, and if you don't, check a box here. Usually I have to check everything and then I just add playlists as I go, but it's just showing the ones that I added here. So you're basically going to have to, it's never going to find this. And if you do try to just replace this one song, it's actually going to duplicate it. So it's going to show this red one and show the one that you duplicated it with that's working. So you're going to have two tracks. So the best thing that I found is just to go ahead and remove this file from your library and from, the collection here. So if you remove it from the collection, it will erase it just from your collection. It's not removing it from your library on your laptop. It's just removing it from your collection in Engine DJ. Now it's not giving me those options. So this is an example of what it looks like, but it's not an example of how to get rid of it because it's actually in my history. Okay, so it's not going to find it. But like I said, there was a lot of tracks on here that are missing earlier that just aren't there because it's gone. So I don't really trust this drive or the the files that are on it right now. So the best thing I would do is I would go ahead and reformat that, and I'm going to go show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down. We don't need to be in this. We actually are just going to reformat the whole drive. So yes, I want to quit. We're going to start from scratch on this drive. So I'll show you how to do that really quick. If you've never reformatted the drive, it's really easy. We can do a quick little redrive on this. So all I'm going to do is go to here, go to my, go to format right here, and it shows we want exFAT. Shows it's a 237 gig SSD. I would like to keep the name, so I'm going to keep that same label because it is for my Prime Go. And we're going to go ahead and do a quick format and go ahead and start it. So make sure it's the right device that you want to erase, but everything's going to be erased. Like I said, this had thousands of tracks on it, but now it only has one playlist that I even had on it. So yeah, it's okay if I erase it. So it's going to go ahead and format. It's really quick, especially since it's an SSD. And this drive is completely erased now. So if we go to my file management again, go to here, look, it's empty. And properties are going to show that it only has 896 kilobytes on it and 237 full space of the SSD drive. So now all we'd have to do is go to our Engine DJ library, go to drives. There's the Prime Go there. There's no collection on it and no history, so that's how it's been erased. Now, since I opened this up and have this drive on it, it's going to have an Engine DJ file folder on it now. And if I go to Sync Manager, if I click those and added it to the playlist, it's going to go ahead and do that. And it's going to be pretty quick. So it's 566 megabytes. That's really quick. And I could add it to there and they will be on there. No problem. But one thing I'm going to show you is, say one of these files were corrupted and I want to get rid of them. So this is what I'm talking about. I want to remove. and then says removing this playlist from your collection will remove all playlists and connected drives. Do you want to do that? So yes, I want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. It removed that whole playlist. Didn't erase it from your computer. It's just erasing it from Engine DJ software. Okay. And I want to do that with this one too. So we're going to go ahead and remove it. Or like I said, let's go to just one song. So reanalyze tracks, import, remove playlist. Now, if you just remove a playlist, it's not removing the songs from your collection, it's just removing the playlist. So that's one thing to do. Show and Explorer, that'll show you where the file folder is in your File Explorer. And then remove from collection is the one that's going to remove it from your collection totally from Engine DJ. It will not be there anymore, but it will be in Explorer your where your main files are. So it's not erasing it from your computer, it's just erasing it from Engine DJ software, which will also erase it from any other like drives that you've put these playlists on if you try to sync them again, okay? One thing I do want to show you is how I'm going to go ahead and remove this one too. So we're going to move this from my collection. That I just removed that song from my collection and it's gone. Okay, so say I want to remove the whole playlist again. Go said yes, and then it's showing my collection here, and it's still showing the tracks in here in my collection, but it erased the playlist. Okay, so now if I want to erase all these songs from my collection, I can shift down or shift control, however you want to do that. And I want to remove these from my collection. So I removed all those songs from my collection and we are starting fresh. There's nothing here at all. So one thing I can do is go to my collection in my music files and there's nothing there. See, it's not showing anything. What I have to do is start dropping and dragging collections back in. Okay, so the easiest way, that way you don't have to make new playlists unless you want to make a new playlist. To do that, all you got to do is hit your collection, go to this is a smart playlist or this is a normal playlist, and you can just click it and you can put a name on it and it'll make a playlist. The easiest way I do it is to go ahead and go to where your music would be. I have my music here. These are all my playlists and everything, and I have tons of music here, but just say I wanted to put this one playlist here, these 60 hits. What I would do is reduce this, move this over a little bit, and I would just drop and drag the 60 hits in there. Okay, and then it's going to populate all those, and all those are in that drive. And I could slowly start rebuilding this whole playlist back, and then I could export them later to the Prime Esco. Now, that's the only way, to my knowledge, to recover some of these files is just go ahead and erase whatever you're missing and then re-download it into your collection. Because if you just re-download it anyways, it's going to leave duplicates where you're going to have one that's red and one that's, good. So might as well just erase that playlist from the collection, erase the songs that were in that playlist from the collection, and then put them back in, okay? Because that's the only reason you're going to remove those red ones from it. It is a pain in the butt, but it's the only way that I've found to do it. And that's the only problem I've had with Engine DJ is some of the syncing, the way it syncs to the playlist. So like I said, this is a fresh program that I have on one of my laptops, but I actually have another laptop that has my saved playlists, and so I could just go to that one every time, put a brand new drive. If you use a drive that's already had playlists on there, you're going to have to add and subtract stuff, and that's what can kind of mess things up sometimes when you're adding songs. Or if you've ever disconnected your drive without having or had some kind of failure and your drive got disconnected by an error, that can corrupt a drive, or disconnecting it early before it's shut off or before it's done downloading something, and that's how you get a corrupt drive. And it's unfortunate, but it does happen. So like I say, the best thing to do is honestly erase the drive and then go back to your computer. And now most of these should already be saved. Like I said, I have another computer that has all my playlists saved, and there's tons of them, and I could just take that empty drive and export all those songs. Now it might take a little while, but it will do it. And then, like I said, I'll have all those songs where I need them. Okay. That's what we got so far. I know it's probably a little, you know, you probably knew most of this information, but just for some people that have never messed with Engine DJ software, I thought it would be just a good idea to give you a couple pointers, put you on the right direction, and let you know. So like I said, so then if I wanted to add this 60 hits to the playlist, if I want to add all the playlists, I can just hit that button and it'll add all the new playlists. Even if you added another extra one, I always just hit them all and add them. It's not going to like duplicate any of them. If you have them already, it's just going to skip them, and then it's going to add the new ones that you've added. And that's the kind of the thing that I've had issues with, because I've seen some tutorials where they just add like one playlist. They don't hit that one. They'll just hit like one playlist in there. Like say, maybe, yes, maybe something like this, where they just want to add this one CD in there. And then it says, it'll give you a warning that if you do this, you might erase other things. And what it's done is it erases the if I already had these on there, it would erase CD 1, 2, 3, and just put on 4. And so that's not what I want. I just want it to add this playlist. So you actually still have to hit all to add them all. And then if, say, number 8 was the one you're adding extra, it's going to add them all and then include 8 at the end. And then if these are duplicates, it's just going to skip through them and then still add 8 at the bottom. So it's just something to point out there. Like I said, a little tricky. Took me a few times to figure it out, but I think that's kind of the way it works. I don't think that's the way it should work. I think you should be able to just click and add one little playlist. But I've had issues with that. Like I said, it's erased other things if I don't check the box and just have them add them all. I am in the process on this computer to add all my playlists again. That way it's a nice even. And then this laptop I use for my Go. My other laptop I actually use for my Prime 4. And I'm gonna actually have to maybe even do an SD card for my Mixstream Pro as well, so that way I can use the Engine DJ software to add and subtract music as well. So anyways, hopefully this was a helpful tutorial, will help somebody out. It's not probably the answer you want to hear, is that you have to erase a drive and start from scratch. But like I said, if you have all your music saved in your collection, then just, erasing the drive and adding and using the sync manager to just click, add all your playlists, and then export it to the empty drive again. It's not horrible. It's just, it takes a little extra time, but at least everything will be correct and in the right file folder and all that stuff. You won't have to worry about having duplicates or anything like that don't work. Thank you so much for tuning in. DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, just a tutorial on that. Hopefully it wasn't too long, and it gave you a little bit of information and insight on how to get that done, and to the best of my knowledge. So thank you so much. Good luck, and we'll see you on the next tutorial.